Hi, I'm Sarah, and I want to talk to you about the tears that show up when you didn't invite them. Not the ones at funerals or breakups, the ones in the car on the way home from a long day, the ones that come when someone is finally kind to you, the ones that arrive over a song, or nothing at all, and leave you sitting there wondering what's wrong with you. You know the moment, you're fine, and then suddenly you're not. Someone asks if you're okay with just a little too much warmth in their voice, and your eyes go before you can stop them. You smile and say you're tired, because tired is acceptable. Tired has an explanation. What's actually happening doesn't, or it's a meeting. Something small goes wrong, nothing major, a comment that landed wrong, a plan that changed, and you feel the pressure building behind your face. You spend the next 4 minutes staring at the ceiling, doing the math on whether anyone noticed, pressing your tongue to the roof of your mouth because someone once told you that stops it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, or it's alone. You're driving home or standing in the shower or sitting on your bed after a day that wasn't even that bad. And it starts. And there's no story attached to it, no reason you can point to. Just the feeling, and then the tears, and then you sitting there running through everything that happened today, trying to find the thing that caused it. And the worst part isn't the crying. It's the conversation you have with yourself afterward. Too sensitive. Too much. Other people go through harder things and hold it together. You're falling apart over a Wednesday. You've apologized for crying. You've hidden it in bathrooms and parking lots. You've gotten good at the redirect, the subject change, the practiced laugh that tells everyone around you that everything is fine. Before you go any further with that story, I want to stop you. Because the thing you've been telling yourself about your tears, the thing that starts with, "What is wrong with me?" isn't the right question. And the answer you've been giving yourself isn't even close to what's actually happening. Your tears aren't evidence of weakness. They're not a malfunction. They're your body doing something extraordinarily precise. Something it only does under very specific conditions. And once you understand what those conditions are, the crying that confused you is going to start making a different kind of sense. Picture the last time it happened. You were holding steady all day, maybe through something hard, maybe through nothing unusual at all. Just the low hum of being someone who's always a little bit on. And then you walked through your front door, or closed your car door, or stepped into the shower, and something in your chest shifted before your mind caught up. Here's what happened in that shift. Your nervous system has one job above all others: keep you safe, and it's been doing that job your whole life, often without asking your permission. When your nervous system senses any kind of threat, and threat can mean anything from real danger to social pressure to a conversation that feels like it might go wrong, your body moves into a guarded mode. Your breathing shallows, your attention narrows, your muscles hold, and your tears stay locked. Not because you're strong, because your body has made a calculation. Right now isn't safe enough to let the guard down. Crying requires your body to release. And release requires safety. So when the threat is still present, even a mild, all-day kind of threat, the tears don't come. Your nervous system holds the line, and then the threat passes. The meeting ends. You close your car door. Someone looks at you with actual kindness, not politeness, not obligation, and your nervous system registers something it hasn't felt in hours, or maybe days. One word: safe. And that's exactly when the tears arrive. This is why you can hold it together through the hardest part of a day and then fall apart in the parking lot afterward. This is why a small kindness undoes you after hours of being fine. This is why the tears come in the shower and not during the conversation that actually hurt. Your body wasn't waiting for something sad enough to cry about. Your body was waiting for a moment safe enough to let go. And here's the part that changes everything when you really hear it. The moments you cry are often the moments things are going right, not wrong. The tears aren't a sign that you're overwhelmed. They're a sign that your body has decided, just for this moment, that it can finally afford to release what it's been holding all day. Now, I want you to trace that pattern back. Because a nervous system this careful, one that holds everything until it finds a safe enough moment to release, didn't build itself overnight. Your body learned to do this, and it learned early. Think about the house you grew up in. Not the worst day, the ordinary ones. The ones where you could feel the mood of the people around you before you opened your mouth. Where someone's silence meant something you had to figure out. Where a door closing a little too hard was enough to change your whole evening. You learned to read people the way other kids learned to read books. You got fast at it. And part of getting fast meant learning when your feelings were welcome and when your feelings needed to wait. Maybe no one ever said, "Don't cry." Maybe they didn't have to. Maybe you just noticed that when you got upset, the room got tighter, that someone else's frustration or exhaustion took up so much space that your feelings didn't fit alongside theirs. So you started holding your feelings for later, not because anyone told you to, because you could feel that the people around you didn't have room for what you were feeling and what they were feeling at the same time. And your body chose to make room for theirs instead of yours, every time. And here's the contradiction that sits at the center of all of this. The times you cry are usually the times you're finally okay. Not broken, not falling apart. Okay enough, safe enough, present enough for your body to finally do what it's been waiting to do. You've been treating the tears as proof that something is wrong with you. But your tears are actually proof that something, for just a moment, is right enough for your body to stop guarding you. You can see this pattern clearly now and still not be able to stop it. Because the pattern isn't a thought you can argue with. It's wired into the way your body decides what's safe and what isn't. And those decisions were written in rooms you left a long time ago by a version of you who had no other option. I want you to think about that version of you for a moment. The one who sat in those rooms. The one who learned to feel the mood of an entire household and carry all of it in their chest without letting any of it reach their face. The one who figured out, before they had language for any of it, that the safest thing to do with a feeling was to wait until no one was watching. Think about what that child never got to have. Not the big things, the small one. The moment after something hurt where someone might have looked at them and said, "You can cry. I'm not going anywhere." That moment didn't come, or it came so rarely that their body couldn't count on it. So they built a system that didn't need anyone else. A system that could hold every feeling alone and find its own moment to release. Later, privately, when no one needed anything from them. That's not fragility. Carrying that many feelings with that little room to release them, day after day, year after year, reading every face in the room to figure out whether this was a safe enough moment to feel something. That's an endurance most people never have to develop. You developed it because you needed it. And the fact that your body still finds those small private moments, the shower, the car, the song that catches you off guard, means your body is still doing what it's always done, still finding the cracks where it's finally safe enough to breathe. Your tears were never the problem. They were never a sign that you were too much or too sensitive or falling apart. They were your body's way of taking care of you, the only way it knew how, in the only moments it felt safe enough to try. That was never weakness. That was your body loving you the only way it was allowed to. Thanks for watching. If any of this resonated with you, or even if it didn't, I'd genuinely love to hear your take, so drop a comment below and tell me how you feel. And if you'd like more videos like this, a like and subscribe really helps the channel grow. I appreciate you being here. See you in the next one.